All right, well, welcome everyone to the Guardian Project Podcast Commander Stream. I am your host, Mike.
And I'm Andy. Oh, wait, that one's already approved? How is it approved so fast?
Oh, nice.
Okay, well, maybe they trust us now. Anyway, continue on.
And we are the Guardian Project Podcast. This is our weekly Commander gameplay, so thank you for joining us in the Twitch chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. You can find us. We do have a weekly podcast anywhere that you listen to podcasts on. And tonight we are joined by two awesome guests, and we're going to have them introduce themselves one at a time. First, we're going to start with Cameron.
Hi, I'm Cameron from Asylum Gaming. I love playing Magic. By day, I work in a middle school. By night, I play with cardboard, like every 40-year-old adult should.
Exactly.
Love being here. I played with Andy and Mike before. I'm never on this podcast, but I enjoy playing, and I'm excited to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah, the last time I think I played with you was a Pride stream, or a recording for your channel.
Yes, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a lot of fun. And welcome, Quinn, to our show. First time Fair is visiting us from MTG Lexicon. Tell everybody who you are and where we can find you in your content.
Yeah, that's me. Hey, gamers. I'm Empress Quinn. You can find me on Twitter at Girldick Energy and the Twitch chat at Girlredacted Energy. I've got the MTG Lexicon co-host spot that I be playing Magic on Saturdays, and they do D&D every other Friday, so check that out. I have a podcast on the YouTube channel out there called DrownedSecrets.fm. You can submit ways that you have died in Commander, as well as your confessions and, Commander sins that you want drowned beneath the radio waves to the podcast with hashtag DrownedSecrets.fm on Twitter. You want to spell out dot there. That's part of the bit. Very important. And we'll read some of those out on air. It's a very good time. Episode 1 is out on the MTG Lexicon YouTube channel, so go check that out. It's like a minute long, very short form content.
That is really fun. I did not know that.
Oh yeah? I am glad that I brought that up then.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, you know what? I did It's Asylum Gaming.
I was going to say mine didn't work.
Now, there we go. I was like, did I do first name for you, or did I do as I did your channel? I should have just figured that out. Everybody, check out their links if you're watching right now on Twitch. I have all of their link trees and things as well.
And if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the show notes below.
It'll be in the show notes below, including ours. And we usually, we used to go over ours, but I think everybody knows where to find us because they're here watching us.
Yeah.
All right, let's go around the table. I actually won the die roll, so I'm going to go first, and let's chat about what we want to play tonight. I have 3 options. I have Hazezon Shaper of Sand deck, Xava Rakdos Blood Witch, and Jaren Corrupted Bishop. This Hazezon deck is brand new. It is a desert deck. It is very fun. Xava is a sleeveless budget deck, but it is +1/+1 counters and modified. It's a lot of fun. And then Jaren Corrupted Bishop is a Shadowborn Apostle demon deck. Quinn, what did you bring to the table?
Today, I've brought before you a selection of, oh goodness, these are all Grixis piles. I have a brand. So I have Armix and Kraum. That is a Grixis Madness deck where I want to use Armix as a discard outlet to yeet spells like From Under the Floorboards or Necrogoyf or Gibbering Descent. So there's a couple of root cards that make everybody discard, and then I break parity on that by having cards with Madness.
Okay.
We also have a Grixis Owling Mine deck with Ludevic, Necroalchemist, and one of 3 Black Prismatic Pipers, basically. I want to force cards into your hands with Howling Mine effects, and then punish you for having cards in your hand with cards like Ebony Owl Netsuke and Rune Flare Trap. So it's a burn deck, but an unconventional one.
Nice.
Awesome.
And this is an Impulse Draw Storm deck headed by Vile Smasher the Fierce and Ishai Ojitai Dragonspeaker. We want to focus on putting a bunch of spells into the exile zone so that I can cast them the next turn or over the course of 2 turns. That temporary but very burst card advantage is what we're looking to take advantage of here to build up a large storm count and cast Ignite Memories to hopefully kill someone.
All right. Very good. Cool. Mike, what do you got?
I have one brand new deck that I haven't tried out yet, Verrak Warp Sengir, which focuses on draining my opponent's life by taking advantage of double triggers from pay life abilities. I pulled out my other Orzhov deck because I did have fun playing it the other day. My Ellen Harbreeze and Haunted One background deck. It's a human tribal deck that cares about killing my own creatures. There's above average number of board wipes in here, so keep that in mind. And then my Rafine Scheming Seer, I haven't played in a while. This is a like flying and evasive creatures matters, more of a go wide type of strategy, and then by going wide I can go tall because of Rafine's ability. Got some split second in there, which is fun, and got a bunch of MDFCs.
I love it. I shouldn't complain. I love split second.
This is my I'm trying out split second because I hate the mechanic normally deck. And that's what I have. Cameron, what did you bring to the table?
So I have 4 different decks. First up is Kenrith Return King, which is really Kenrith Gates deck. So it has all of the old gates, all of the Baldur's gates, and some cards from Baldur's Gate. So it's mainly like a Baldur's Gate deck. It's very slow to get going. It does have some ways that can just vomit all of my gates on the deck, like it's got Scape Shift and stuff like that, and other big ways of drawing so that hopefully I can hit my land drops.
Yeah.
I have Negan the Cold-Blooded, which is a deck that a lot of people dislike, but it's a aristocracy type deck. I'm gonna have ways of dealing damage and pinging the table, and then I have ways of making you sacrifice stuff, but it does also have a lot of humans, and because it's humans, I have ways of bumping up my humans and getting lifelink and things like that as well. So besides just aristocrats, I have lifelink mechanic pieces that count, and ways of just beating face if the sacrifice thing isn't in my best interest at that moment.
Sure.
Okay.
I have Go Shintai, which is the Shrine Tribal deck. So it has all of the shrines in it. It has other enchantment things in it. It has protection so that you don't end up attacking me or can't attack me while I build up an army of shrines that all do different things, have different effects, make you discard, ping you, gain me life, draw me cards, all that kind of good stuff. And then I have Krufix, God of Horizons, which is Eldrazi Tribal, big mana, big stuff. So over the course of the game, I'll just build up lots of mana, slap down some Eldrazi's, cast some big draw spells to continue to draw me into Eldrazi's, and eventually it wins with just good old beatdown. Usually at some point I've, annihilated enough of your stuff and you just die to an Ulamog or something like that. And those are my 4 decks today.
Okay. Well, oh man, these are all good. Coil, I think I'd like to play a creature-based deck, so I wanna veto Ellen, your middle deck.
Yep.
I have not played against Rafine in a long time. Quinn and Cam, of those 2, which one would you prefer?
I haven't seen the one on the left, not the Fiend.
The Dominaria United new one?
The Verrak?
I've seen Rafine a couple times.
I haven't seen the
He's
new
cool.
guy yet,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's
Okay.
my vote.
Always interested in new stuff.
Okay, cool. All right.
Cool, me too.
Then perhaps a Hazezon from me. Is that cool?
I like that. I would like to see that deck personally.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, we'll do this then. Chat says Grixis Madness. Let's fucking go. Hi, the Benoit. Welcome to our chat.
So which one? So the Grixis Madness would be the Howling Mine one, right? No, it's the...
No, those are 2 different decks actually. We've got Armix and Kraum as Grixis Madness because we've got the discard outlet in the command zone and then a way to refill my hand after that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Sounds good.
I want to see Negan or Gates. I really like Gates, and we've never had a deck with Negan on our channel. We've had the other 2. What do you think, Mike?
I would prefer Gates because I don't know how well I'm going to be controlling creatures, like a lot of creatures in this deck, with going against Edict effects.
All right, then I think we've got our commanders for game 1. I'm gonna plug mine in real quick so that everybody can see that.
Go Shintai it is.
Hazezon, Shaper of Sand. Go Shintai, or do we want to do Gates?
Oh, you said gates. I'm sorry, not shrines. I was totally spaced out for a second. Just kidding. It's Kenrith.
The Benoit can't stick around for long, but Quinn, you got to give it to us. That's what chat says.
For sure. Can do, Benoit.
All right. We will follow regular mulligan rules. We've been trying that out on our channel as well. So the first mulligan's free. I'm just going to keep this first one. That's 4 lands. I like that. Big fan of 4 land hands. And there may or may not be a desert in my hand. Wow. Can you
How many
imagine?
deserts are there in the game? I never really paid enough attention to that specific like subtype.
So there's a lot, but I believe that Hazezon has 16 in the Naya colors.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a lot more than I would have ever thought.
Yeah, there are a lot of colorless ones though, so it can be a little painful going, oops, I drew Endless Sands and Desert and, you know, Scavenger Grounds. Well, I need red.
I can't keep a 1-lander.
Let's see if we have lands.
I run 40 lands in this deck. It's like the most lands I've ever run in a deck before.
Chad, how's everyone doing tonight? And what are our thoughts on the new Warhammer 40K deck previews that have been happening this week? Because honestly, it feels like they're all really good.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping a 1 land either in the Gates deck. I'll never make it.
Yeah.
No, I won't make it to the gate. Sandy Flory. Yes. That's what I should call this deck.
Sandy Flory. That's pretty cool.
Sandy. Just adding an S to my name. Sandy. I did say something like someone did a board wipe the other day because I got to place at the LGS and I was like, "Wow, way to knock down my sandcastle!" And it got a lot of laughs. It wasn't that funny, but it did. It made
No,
me
that's
feel really
very
good.
good.
Yeah, it is.
Ghetto Stabulous, hype for 40K content. I don't know anything about 40K other than what Mike tells me and the jokes that he makes on our podcast that I try to follow along with. All I know is it's a very expensive hobby and you do have to actually paint the whole army to be able to actually play in like a sanctioned event.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Or you can pay someone else to do it for you.
Can you just paint them all one color? Although that's not fun. Like, can you do that?
There's some tournaments that would allow it, some tournaments that wouldn't. It would be they'd probably be more considered primed than painted, and there's certain events that are like you have to have at least have a 60% painted army, and the rest has to be at least primed.
Oh, chat says 3 color minimum most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
I have a
new. I didn't know that either.
Everybody good? I can kick us off if we're all good?
Yes,
Yep.
I also have a keepable hand.
All right, good luck, have fun, everyone. I will draw for turn then, and I am going to go ahead and play this Desert of the Fervent tapped, and I pass. This is a cycling desert, but I do need red mana.
Nice.
Oh, that's me next.
It is you next.
All right, and we'll untap, upkeep, draw. Land for turn is going to be a tapped Silver Bluff Bridge. That is an artifact land that is indestructible, and we'll pass from there.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Nicodemus.
If you offered me $1 million to name that land, I would not have been able to give you the correct name.
Yeah, me either.
I'm going to play Snowfield Sinkhole, which is the Snow Plains Swamp, one of only 3 fetchable plains swamps in Magic the Gathering, and I'll pass the turn.
All right. Draw a card.
When we talked about our favorite cards from DMU, Coyle was like, let's go for this plain swamp.
Yeah.
I have a 3rd land to fetch now.
Because I don't want to buy a plateau or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever
only having the like scrubland and the shop as your like legal hits for that are rough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and play Boulder's Gate because I'm playing the Boulder's Gate cards. I got to start with Boulder's Gate.
Yeah, that's true. You do.
You said the name of the deck.
Yes, it taps for colorless, and then I can pay 2, and I can add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of gates I control. And then I'm gonna go ahead and tap Boulder's Gate, and I'm gonna play a really fun modern staple, Amulet of Vigor.
I run that in here too.
So now my gates are going to untap once they enter the battlefield. Aha!
Nice.
Now
That's the
gates are not
best
so
turn
terrible.
one play. Best turn
Yeah.
one play.
It's the only reason I kept this hand. The rest is crap. I will pass the turn.
All right, untap. I will draw for turn. Oh, all right, let's go. I'm gonna pay 1 for my Amulet of Vigor.
Nice.
Cheer.
Oh,
And I'm going to play this overgrown farmland tapped, but I'm going to untap it. Because I don't have 2 or more land, but I don't have any follow-up, so I pass. This is the cutest artwork of this card. The secret layer extra life was one of my favorite secret layers.
I bought a playset of that version because I liked it better. Plus, it's in foil.
Exactly.
The other one, I don't know if it comes in foil or if it's just so old that the foiling is just not so nice.
One of the non-foil foils.
Yeah.
Land for turn is going to be Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And then we'll tap 2 and play a Kessig Flame Breather. It's a 1/3 that whenever I cast a non-creature spell, it'll deal 1 damage to each opponent. With that, we'll pass the turn.
Untap.
Chris said that they released a new line of Citadel paints that are nice for quickly painting models. I feel like I would enjoy painting models, being the person with like that big magnifying glass like a light. I feel like I would enjoy painting models, honestly. I feel like that would really help like reduce work stress.
I'm gonna play an Arid Mesa as my land for turn, and I'm just gonna pass because it's a swamp. This is great for me.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Ooh, I'm going to play a Manor Gate. It is going to enter tap, but then because of my Amulet of Vigor, it will untap. When it enters the battlefield, I have to pick a color other than green. And since I have black already, I think I'm going to pick red. So now this will tap for green, red, or black. Look at that. I'm playing a Triome. It's cool. Pass the turn.
All right, untap. I will draw for turn. I am going to play this Plains. And I did open just enough that I could do these foil stained glass arts for this. Ooh. These are gorgeous. I'm going to pay 3, red, white, green, and I'm going to play Hazezon. Desert Walk. I can play deserts from my graveyard. And whenever a desert enters, I make 2 Sand Warriors, and everybody has to sing Sandman. And I pass.
Alright.
Did you see the show?
I have not.
Oh, it's pretty good enough. It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, I don't think its second season's happening, but it's all right. Okay. Worth a watch. Bit of a watch.
And for turn is going to be a Prismatic Vista. I will spend a life to go find a mountain.
So my husband is painting our hallway right now. We had to lock our cats up downstairs. I have to show everybody that this is currently how they're just hanging out. They're just snuggled together because they can't be in the normal part of the house. They're just like, well, we're stuck here, I guess. Sand is the worst, Chris. It is coarse and rough, and it does in fact get everywhere.
That's true.
It's worse than glitter.
I heard that once.
It is worse than glitter. I don't like swimming in the ocean either. I'm not an ocean person, but when you have to get out of the ocean, walk back, and your legs are just caked in sand, I'm not a fan.
So I've tapped 3 mana so that I can cast a Chromatic Lantern. That is an artifact spell, which is a non-creature, so Kessig Flame Breather will trigger to deal 1 damage to each opponent.
All right. Take advantage.
And then should that resolve, I've got my 3-drop mana rock that fixes my colors. And we'll pass the turn.
All right.
So glad that's getting a reprint in the 40k set.
It is?
Yeah, they announced that one today.
Deck.
So nice.
That card was back up to $11.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's still good.
Play a snow-covered plains as my land for turn, and I think I will also cast my commander. Verrak Warp Sengir, 2/2 with flying, death touch, and lifelink. And then whenever I activate an ability, if I paid life to activate it and it's not a mana ability, I can pay the same amount of life and do it twice. Pass the turn.
All right.
Verrak looks very close to like Nosferatu. Of all vampires, it really looks like Nosferatu.
Verrak is a very warped vampire. He only sometimes can actually think for himself.
Oh.
I'm going to play a Gruul Guildgate and then untap it. Thank you to my amulet.
Yes.
And then I would like to tap the Gruul Guildgate to play a Expedition map. Right. And with that, I am going to just go ahead and pass the turn.
All right, untap, and I will draw for turn. I will play this Endless Sands. It's a desert and it enters untapped. So I'm going to make 2 Sand Warriors. This one has pay 2 and tap to exile target creature you control, and then pay 4, sack it, and each creature card exiled with Endless Sands, you return them all to the battlefield under their owner's control. So it can save Hazezon, I guess, if I really need it to.
Nice.
And then I am going to pay 4 mana, and I'm going to play Perforos, God of the Forge.
Ooh.
Here he is.
There it is. And I would like to move to combat, and I am going to swing Hazezon over at we're all at 39, so I will swing it at not Mike.
Better not be rolling a die.
No, I'm not rolling a die, but there is Death Touch over there for Mike. So you have a blocker. So Cam, I'm going to swing 3 at you.
I will take the 3.
And then I will pass the turn. I
That
will...
is 3 commandees.
3 commandees.
Thanks for the follow, Rusty Scissors.
Thank you so much.
Untap, Soundkeep, draw.
Enjoy your emotes. They really are adorable.
Yeah.
Land for turn is going to be an island.
I should sub to us so I can use our own emotes.
Or to cast a Lava Brink Floodgates.
Oh.
That's a non-creature spell, so that'll trigger my Keswick Flame Breather to deal 1 to each of you.
All right. That's a good card. Every time I see it hit the battlefield, it is very good.
It sure is my favorite mana rock in the game. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, you can choose to put a Doom counter on it, or remove a Doom counter on it, or ignore it entirely. That is in May. So then if it gets to 3 or more counters, we sacrifice it, and when I do, the lava spills over and deals 6 damage to each creature.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
Nice.
I don't have consistent board wipes, but Lava Brink Floodgates is one that I put in every on-color deck. The other thing that we're going to do is cast the Celestus.
There you
This
go.
is also going to trigger my Keswick Flame Breather to deal 1 to each of you.
All right, that is my favorite mana rock in the whole game.
I'm so glad. I also like it a lot.
And if you
All right,
have
so is it day now?
This does indeed.
Let's
bring the sun
go.
up.
Day night
becomes
terror.
Mm-hmm.
I think with that, what's the stats on your Sand Warriors there,
They
Andrew?
are 1/1s.
1/1s. Okay. Well, I'd like to see how highly you value them. So here's a Keswick Flame Breather at you. What you got for me?
Keswick Flame Breather is a 1/3. I'm going to take 1.
All right.
Hey, Jen. How are you
Uh,
tonight?
Post-combat main, we have no further game actions, and we'll pass the turn.
Alrighty. Untap and draw. Okay, I like that card. I am going to play this Snow-Covered Plains as my land for turn.
Exactly, Jen. You got to put the pressure on them.
I'm gonna go ahead and crack my Arid Mesa for 1 life, and then it's gonna trigger my Verrak, and I'm gonna pay a 2nd life to double the trigger.
We did it. We did it.
I did the thing.
We did the thing the commander's supposed to do.
Yeah, I can die happy now.
Perfect. We can path it now.
Yeah, because then I get more land. It's perfect. So I'm just gonna grab 2 basic planes. Because I mean, as long as the Urborg's out, I have no reason to actually play swamps. So this is great.
Someone's going to destroy my Urborg, and you will cry.
Well,
That
then I'll
would-
just find my own Urborg then. It's not like my hand is not flooding with swamps right now, anyways. Okay, I'm gonna pay 2 and cast a Sword of the Animist. And then I'm gonna pay 2 to equip Sword of the Animist.
Hi, Ice Bear Supremacy.
We'll try to live up to your expectations of weird and wacky magic.
I know. I got to play out these. I got some weird deserts in the deck, so I'm hoping to play them out.
I'm gonna
I'm doing my
move
best.
to combat. And Quinn, I'm going to swing at you in the air for 3.
Oh no. That's what I get for being a threat. We'll take 3.
It has lifelink.
It does have lifelink. And on the attack trigger, I'm going to go search for a basic. And I'll find a swamp this time just because it's on the bottom of my library. And I will go up 3 from the lifelink.
Why is this such a good Nighthawk scavenger?
I absolutely adore anything that's a vampire Nighthawk.
Right? Or vampire Nighthawk, not Nighthawk. What is Nighthawk scavenger? Is that a card? Did I just make that up?
No, you're right. It's a vampire Nighthawk.
Okay.
You were on the right track.
And that is going to be the end of my turn.
Oh, it is. The other flying death lifelink that has a star in it. Okay.
I'll play a Is It Guildgate, and then it untaps. And I would like to tap for 5. 4. No, just kidding. It is 5. I can't count. It's been a long day. And I won't do anything. I will go ahead and pass the turn.
All right. Hey, Donnie, would you happen to have some time to discuss our Lord and Masters, the Necrons?
Yes. That was my first army in 40k. That's my
I got
favorite.
all day to talk about Necrons.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Survivor's Encampment. It's a desert. I'm going to make 2 Sand Warriors, and each opponent's going to take 4 damage.
It's a lot of damage.
Down to 3rd.
So this one has tap for colorless, or tap an untapped creature you control to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, which is kind of cool. I would like to now. Let's see. Oh, hey, Proxy. I'm going to pay 1 mana with this. Bleh.
Bleh. What land is that?
With this
Desert.
Bleh.
It's a vampire named
Bleh.
Unclaimed Territory?
Soul Ring.
Ah, bleh. Got it.
Bleh. 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna play a 1, 2, 3. Roiling Regrowth. Sack a land, search your library for up to 2 basics, and put them onto the battlefield tapped.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sack this Desert of the Fervent.
Yeah, Chris, I do agree with you. They did do the Lord of Change dirty. Not only was the Lord of Change not a legendary creature, it's not that strong. Same with the Great Unclean one. A little disappointed in those, but very impressed with literally everything else.
Are those supposed to be legends?
I imagine that they are. Like, the Great Unclean one is supposed to be the Nurgle, so I'd imagine it would be legendary. But they're not in the deck. Unless Great Unclean one was just like a really, really important general or something under Nurgle.
From what I read, there's more than one Great Unclean one, which
okay.
is probably why they're not legendary.
That
I think
makes
those are
sense
just
then.
like their, I don't know what the right word is for it, but the like key signifier of that like
I guess it's
portion of the
sure.
like
those are
whatever.
the Apocalypse models that are like 16-inch diameter or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
These ender tapped, but then I untap them because they're Amulet of Vigor.
Oh yeah, nice.
Good card,
Hey Torin, look at that! Look at that! That was the our first time our fetch emote was used. Look at that! I love it. It's Noyandar fetching cards. Do I have anything else to do with this?
Yeah, you use Perforos and pump your board.
I know. That's what I think. That's what I think I should probably do. I'm gonna move to combat, and because you are on tap this time, Mike, I am going to swing at you for 5.
Sure.
And I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay 3 mana, and I'm gonna make it 6, 7. I'm gonna make it 8 because they get +1/+0.
All right, I'm gonna take 8. Go to 26.
What
And
a
after-
beautifully designed card that Perforos.
I love it so much. I wish I had gotten more when it was affordable. Even the Secret Lair is just it's getting up there now.
It's 4 commander, Andy.
It is 4 commander, yes.
All right, thank you.
Just like this Perforos, 4 commander.
Yes.
Pass the turn.
All right.
Hoping the AOS Secret Lair has a Kairos Fate Weaver. What is AOS?
Age of Sigmar, which I think is a Warhammer thing.
Oh, is that
Yes.
is that a Warhammer secret? Okay.
Yeah, it's Warhammer Fantasy is the other name, Age of Sigmar. So there's two different Warhammers, one
Okay.
that's future and one that's like quote unquote medieval, but it's not really in the past. It's just fantasy.
Okay.
Hell yeah, look at me 360 no scope in these acronyms.
Age
You
of
guys,
Sigmar replaced
everybody
Warhammer
in
Fantasy.
chat, thank you for being here tonight. Chat is on fire, like Proxy said. It is hopping here. Thank you for hanging out with us on a Thursday.
We'll tap one in a red with my cool chromatic lantern ability and cast a Firebrand Archer. It is another Kessig Flame Breather.
So good. Sorry, Coil and Cam, for all the incremental damage.
It is okay.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm gonna tap 2 and we'll cast a Liquid Metal Torque, which is gonna trigger my Flame Breather and Firebrand Archer.
Yeah. Okay, so we take 1,
2 total.
2. We take 2, yeah.
total. Yeah.
Yep, okay.
And then Liquid Metal Torque is a 2-drop mana rock that also lets me turn target non-land permanent into an artifact in addition to its other types. This is so that I can touch enchantments at all, ever. Then we need 1, 2, 3.
Have we been, wait, hold on. Have we been missing your Lava Bring triggers?
I mean, I guess technically it's a maze, so you are
Oh,
allowed
okay.
to ignore it completely.
Okay,
If
okay.
you
I
would like to wipe the board, now is probably a good time to start paying attention.
No, I definitely don't. No, we're good.
With 5 mana, I put my commander, Kraum, Ludevic, Opus on the stack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great card.
Oh yeah, big fan.
It's off the stack now. It's on the field.
Oh, delicious. Love it. Music to my ears.
Passes in Naya.
Let's go ahead and try and reduce your life total some then, Andy. There's
Yeah,
a
fair.
4/4 flyer with haste. What you got for me?
My face. I'm gonna take 4.
Perfect. Love to see it. Alright, then I am all out of game actions, and we will pass the turn from there.
All right. Before the end of your turn, I'm going to Enlighten Tutor. And I'm going to go find a Felidar retreat. Just to prove a point.
Oh, to show that it's good in Commander.
Well, I was going
We were
to
talking about this in our Discord earlier because I was like, do I want this? Do I want Catherine's Crusade? What do I want as my win con? Because I wasn't really doing anything with the 1/1s. And if I didn't have like Perforos or Impact triggers or Tremors, I didn't feel like I was really making an impact. Turns out, if you just get one, you can impact the game with the stick.
Yeah.
There's also Witty Roastmaster. I don't know if he made your list.
Yeah, it didn't make this one, but that is in my Locust God deck because
Gotcha.
the Locust God is simply just Impact Tremors and Perforos, and it's all.
That's the deck. That's
That's-
all it does.
That's the whole
all.
deck.
It really is all the deck does.
No one is expecting anything more than that from the Locust God.
That, but it is also a very good athlete because we win with Strixhaven Stadium quite often.
Oh, nice.
10 bugs is pretty easy in that.
Yeah, I bet. I've seen a couple of Strixhaven Stadium wins. It's very cool.
It's always fun. I am sports. I am a sports person.
So I drew this Felidar retreat, and I'm going to pay 4 mana and cast this Felidar retreat. So.
Sure wish I could touch enchantments.
So yeah, it's a landfall. I can either get 2/2s or put +1/+1 counters on each creature I control, and they gain vigilance until end of turn. Then my land for turn will be this snow-covered swamp, and I will actually put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control, and they gain vigilance.
Sure
until
you
end
don't
of
want to
turn.
make a cat? I just want to check.
I am sure at this landfall trigger, I don't want to make a cat.
Fair enough. Carry on.
And then I'm gonna move to combat.
Hi, welcome to combat.
And I am going to declare Verrak as an attacker at Andy.
Yeah.
For 4 in the air.
4 in the air.
Attack trigger. I'll search my library for another snow-covered plains. And this time I will make a 2/2 cat token.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, it'll just be 4. There's a possibility it was gonna be more.
Snow basics are getting expensive. Ice Bear Supremacy. I know Mike opened quite a bit of Modern Horizons 1.
Yeah.
So you definitely had that.
So I get the full art basics that apparently people don't like the art of. I do.
They're
I think it's
minimalistic.
fine.
They're fine.
Let's just empty my hand of threats because I have nothing else to do with these things. Ashnod's Altar, pass the turn.
Oh, you wildin'. Ashnod's Altar pass. I wish I had your confidence.
It's the only altar in the deck too. It's only in here for Bloodcast.
I'm gonna tap for 3 mana and play a District Guide. When it ETBs, I'm gonna go search for a basic land or gate card and put it into my hand. I'm gonna go search for a gate card because I don't know if I even have any other lands in this deck. We are going to get
distracted with
Gone
the altar, but that is the second spell, so I'm gonna draw for Kraum.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Continue.
Carry on.
Once I find Gond Gate, I'm going to play it as my land for turn. So now I have redundancy for my gates coming in untapped in case my Amulet of Vigor doesn't live.
Yes.
And it taps for colorless mana or a mana of any color that any gates can produce.
The Gate of
Very
Vigor.
That's right. And then I have exactly 2 mana. And we will pass the turn.
All right. I do like, Mike, that you drew that as a loaf cat.
Yes.
That's what my cats look like most of the time. Just little loaves. My little loaves. Draw for turn. Let's go ahead and play this Desert of the Fervent from my graveyard. Wow. Make 2 Sand Warriors. I only opened 4, so I have no more. So I'm gonna make this one a 3. So each of you will take 4 damage.
All right.
And then I would like to. Well, shucks. I don't have any of the gates that have sacrifice abilities at this point, other than this
Deserts.
endless.
You don't have any of the deserts.
That's what I meant. Deserts, gates. I didn't realize. I just like land decks.
Yeah.
I got animate lands. I got gates. I got deserts.
You got Cheetos Hands Omnath.
Cheetos Hands Omnath. My aristocrat's loving heart weeps. Ashnod's Altar is $15.
$15, yeah.
Oh, when did that happen?
It's been that way for a while. I lucked
good
out
lord.
actually a while back when I was looking into buying an Ashnod's Altar. They had like that printing from Chronicles for like $6, and every other listing was $10 plus for every other printing.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
just like, all right, well, snap keep adding every copy you have available to cart.
All right. Let's see. I will. District Guide's a 2/2, correct?
It is a 2/2.
2/2. All right. I'm gonna swing Hazezon at Cam and 4 Sand Warriors at Quinn. With mana available to pump with Perforos twice.
But is he gonna do it?
Oh, who knows?
I don't think he's gonna do it. You know why? Because I know Andy's got 2 spells for me. My very good friend absolutely wants to put a Kraum trigger on the stack, doesn't he? Yeah. He wants to advance his game state. He wants to put 2 spells on the stack so that I can draw a card. So I'm going to go ahead and declare no blocks because I'm very confident.
I'm going to declare no blocks either.
Okay. Wow.
Double
I'm really
pump.
stressed out because I kind of
Double
want to
pump.
pump right now.
Do it.
I'm going to
Do
Yeah,
it.
As
I'm
the
gonna double
person
pump.
not being attacked, yes. Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna do 1, 2, and then I'm gonna tap this Sand Warrior and this to make a red. So each of my creatures are getting +2/+0. So Hazezon at Cam is 5, and then Quinn, you're taking 4 creatures. That'll be 3 each. So 3, 6, 9, 12. With
I'm at 18.
one Sandman held back, and then I pass my turn.
Super disappointed. Not a single spell from you that turn.
I'm so sorry.
Does turn off the sun.
The sun's been turned off.
Ooh. Welcome.
I always
to
forget
night.
that trigger when I play the cards that have that.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too. And I have a werewolf deck. It's very fun to miss all your werewolf triggers.
Alright, so as it becomes
I wish it was just like
nighttime-
Arena. I wish I had something in life that would do the triggers for me.
Yes.
Yeah, it becomes night and the Celestis will trigger. I will gain a life. And then I have the option to draw and discard a card. I think I will take that option. So we'll
Yeah.
draw
For sure.
and discard a mountain. And then we'll go to my turn. We've already untapped. We'll keep. We don't have any other triggers, so we'll draw for turn. Nice. Yeah, sure. Land for turn is going to be an island. Tap 1, 2, 3 for another non-creature spell, Cryptolith Fragment. You're going to trigger Pestic Flame Breather for 1 and Firebrand Archer for 1 more.
I'll take 2.
And this enters the battlefield tapped. It is a 3-drop mana rock that adds 1 mana to my mana pool of any color, and each player loses a life when I do that. It also transforms if each player has 10 or less life. I'll show you what it is when we get there. If we get there. Next, we will tap 1, 2, 3 for my other commander, Armix, Filigree Thrasher. Armix is a tiny bit of a rude robot that says whenever he attacks, I can discard a card, and when I do, target creature defending player controls gets -X, where X is the number of artifacts I control plus the number of artifact cards in my graveyard. As it stands, this is a large enough number to Zorch pretty much anything on the board. We've got 6 artifacts.
Okay. That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude to me.
I've got 2 red mana and 1 more for my last spell this turn, Glinthorn Buccaneer.
Let's go, Glinty boy.
Yeah, I know you're familiar with his work in the Teemer Malcolm deck and other variants of that. He is a bit of a problem in concert with that card. We don't have that here. It's mostly just a payoff for discarding madness cards.
Oh yeah.
And then that activated ability is going to let me like filter through my deck and then force the issue on that. So that's cool. He's got haste, so I can swing with them, which is pretty poggers.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are going to do that. So I'd like to announce my intent to go to combat.
Welcome to combat.
Swag.
We've moved to punchies.
Whenever I play with Quinn, I like to welcome to combat. Welcome to main phase 2.
We're gonna send. I gotta just like keep hammering away at you, Andy, because you do consistently have the biggest threats on board.
All right.
So here is a 2/4 Glinthorn Buccaneer, and here's a 4/4 Flying Kraum.
I'm gonna block the 2/4 with the Sand Warrior.
Sounds
Just
good.
Go away, and I'll take the 4/4 Kraum.
All right.
So that's is that 8 Kraum now? I think so.
Correct. You've been bonked once previously.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Lenny.
And then after damage has been dealt, but before we leave combat, so that this is still technically attacking, we will tap 1 and a red with my Chromatic Lantern and activate its ability to, oh no, I have to have a card in hand. Discard is the cost. Damn it. All right, I guess I can't do that. All right, whatever. Play by the rules.
Yeah.
Stupid
Minotaur.
All right, well, I'm all good to go to post-combat main then.
Sure.
Welcome to
In
post
there,
combat.
like we talked about. I'm jazz hands,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go ahead and go to pass the turn from here. I did cast 2 spells this turn though, so as I pass, the sun comes back up.
Yeah.
The sun will come out the next turn.
I'm gonna gain a life, and then I will draw and discard. In most decks, this looks like mill 1, but this is a madness deck, so when I discard, maybe I can cast it.
Maybe you
That's
get it. Yeah.
Nope, I'm just gonna take this L as I discard probably the best card in my deck. plus
Oh.
weapon rounds.
L's, everybody drop F's in chat for us.
Thank you. You do each take 1 from me discarding that as a consolation prize.
Oh, all right, fair.
There we go. Okay. And I will draw for my turn. This is gonna be pretty exciting. I'm gonna play the Snow-Covered Plains. I'm gonna put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control, and they gain vigilance until end of turn.
Wow.
I'm gonna move to the combat step.
Welcome to combat.
I'm gonna declare Verrak as an attacker at Andy, and my cat as an attacker at Cameron.
Your kitty is a 2/2.
It is a 3/3
No, it's a 3/3.
because it's got a +1/+1 counter, but I'm gonna go ahead and search my library for a basic land from the Sword of the Animus trigger. I'm gonna end up making another cat token. So
I'll take the 3 from the kitty cat.
And I'm taking 4 more.
it's 5 +1 from the Sword of the Animus as well.
Oh, got it. Okay, take 5 more. All right, so I'm at 9 Verrak and 8 Kraum. These 2 commanders are like, let's go.
Commander damage is real.
Commander damage is real.
And I will gain 5 because my commander has lifelink.
Okay, I gotta stop that.
Stop, Mike.
No,
Stop.
no, it's fine.
Stop.
I have to have at least 1 card in almost every red deck that says players can't gain life, because like I'm trying to play aggro and burn here, and enough life gain is a time warp to
Ooh,
me.
wait, you're getting is it an artifact demon? I don't know, but there's the Tainted Remedy demon.
I am so into that.
Let's go.
I am just gonna pass the turn after that.
Chris
though.
said, sir, this is a Wendy's.
On your end step, I'm
Oh.
going to crack my expedition map, and I'm
That's
going to go
so
search
much
for a
open
land.
mana. You didn't cast any spells for Kraum.
You know, I'm always a proponent of cutting lands from decks, and what I've been drawing this game is definitely a good reason why this deck needs lands cut.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, because you've been drawing lands.
Yeah, normally that Enlightened Tutor is in the deck only to grab Crucible of Worlds to keep bringing fetch lands back and use them.
Oh,
but I
sure,
needed
okay.
I needed blockers, and the Vigilance is actually working out really nice from the Feldar Retreat. But I can't draw into anything but lands right now. It's a problem. Well, not that much of a problem. We're
Because you're like removing extra lands from your deck every turn
Yeah.
too, so it's just like doing all of that and still top decking a land, that cuts pretty deep.
yeah, it's 40 lands I'm running in this deck.
I'll play a Boros Guildgate. And let's time to bring out the king. King Charles is here.
All right.
Here he is.
Boy is here. Do I
What-
want to give him haste?
Proxy, you have missed that Quinn and I have been beating up with our incremental ping damages.
I'm just going to sit back and hold up as many blockers as I can for cats and warriors.
Yep.
That sounds good. How about putting 1 more spell on the stack? I know you can do it.
No, not today.
Fair enough.
Okay, so we do have a question in chat. Is 29 lands too few for us? And for me, I would say yes. It depends on
Depends on the deck.
power level of decks you're playing. Maybe some would be okay with that. Like if you're playing a super low curve, I err on the side of caution. That's just me, and I always have 35 or 36. I don't really care what the deck is, except for my CEDH deck, which I think I have 32 still, and I think that's on the high end for that. So that's just me.
Yeah, I think I run 28 in CEDH and try to run about 35 elsewhere. But
Yeah,
this one being a lands matter, I thought let's run a few extra.
Draw for turn.
What were you gonna say, Cameron?
Yeah, in CEDH I agree. Like you don't need as many lands. So like my CEDH decks top out at like 28 lands too, because it's quicker. You're fetching. You're doing. It's a lot. You don't need to be drawing
You could
20
survive on
lands in a
one
game.
land. Yeah.
Yeah. With as much fast mana as you're playing, you
Yeah,
make up for it
exactly.
in the end. But in
Right.
like my mid power decks, I run like 34 is the minimum. But I like Andy, I do go up to 36 depending on the deck and the CMC and what I'm trying to do.
In my Omnath deck, I run a landfall red-green deck, and that deck I run 40. But it's because I'm fetching so much, I need it, because later in the game, if I've already pulled out 25 lands, I still have to be able to keep getting them, because otherwise Omnath doesn't do anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that one I do. Okay, the
Yeah.
question was for a CDH deck. Then no, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
You're playing CEDH 29 lands is about right. Maybe
Yeah.
even more than some players have, because I'm on 28 in, I think, in all.
All right, I'm just gonna play the card Desert. It's just a desert.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make 2 Sand Warriors. Each opponent's gonna take 4.
Oh, Lenny, you're wildin'.
Okay, so if more powerful decks have fewer lands, so clearly taking lands out makes decks better. Checkmate.
I don't disagree.
That's what Coil does.
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right. Well, I drew a good card. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tapping Sand Warrior for green. And 7.
7 mana. That's definitely not a 2 spells turn then. Carry on.
I'm gonna play Ye Old Avenger of Zendikar,
Oh no.
That's a good one.
which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna make 9. So it's 9 creatures dealing 18 damage to my opponents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
Let's
I'm-
fucking die.
Yeah, I'm just dead.
I go down
Before
to
I die,
4.
would you like me to give your stuff? Do you want to kill? Quill
Oh,
at the
don't
same
kill
time?
me. Don't
I
kill
do.
me.
I definitely do.
So before I die, because I do have a red mana open thanks to this gate that I declared as red, and I do have my commander on the field, I can give all your stuff trample and haste. Would you like that?
Wow, what teamwork? What teamwork this is.
If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna take Coil out with me. Like that's just the way it's gonna go.
I'm marking it as me dying last still.
I'll go ahead and tap and give all creatures trample and haste, and then I will die.
Right.
All right. I'm going to pay 3 and I'm going to give my creatures +1/+0 and turn everybody sideways at Mike.
Yeah, I don't think my 5 lifelink to go back up to 9 and being able to block 3 creatures means you still have 4, 5, 6, 12 power coming through. Yeah, good game.
Good game!
Earth Daddy doing what he does.
Oh, Daddy Zendikar.